Dealing with people is probably the biggest problem you face in your life, whether in the business arena or whether you are a housewife, whether you are an architect or an engineer or any space where you find yourself. Now that is why I will take my time to break down this book called How to Win Friends and Influence People, which was written by Dale Carnegie. This is one of the best books I've read in 2023, and I will take my time in this video to break it down, how you can win each and every person you've met and how you can influence their lives. So welcome to my channel. The channel is Kinobert. Please hit the like button, please subscribe, and let's continue to grow together. The first part of this book talks about fundamental techniques in handling people, and in this part the author gives 3 key principles in order to handle people. So the first principle the author talks about in handling people is that you should not condemn, you should not criticize or complain about people. And it goes on to say that criticism is futile and it puts people on the defensive. So for instance, if you continuously criticize people, they become defensive and they strive to justify themselves. So another thing criticism does to people is that it is very dangerous and it wounds people's precious pride. And again, when people's precious pride are wounded, what it does is that they become resentful and they are not able to express themselves well as individuals. So as much as we attest for approval, we also dread condemnation. So therefore we should learn that in order to win people to our side or in order to influence people, we should not condemn people, we should not criticize people, we should not complain about people. Now the writer also talks about the fact that instead of condemning people, let's try to understand them. Let's try to figure out why they do what they do. So this will be a lot more profitable and intriguing than criticism. So it will help us to be, sympathetic towards others, and it also help us to be tolerant and show kindness to people. So to know all is to forgive all. As Dr. Johnson said that God himself does not judge man till the end of the days. So who are you and I that we continue to criticize people, that we continue to complain about everybody around us and also condemn people? So the author in this principle is saying that do not criticize people, do not condemn people, and do not complain about people. So when you are able to practice this, you'll be the best person in your arena to attract people to yourself and also to influence the people around you. Second principle under this part, the author also gives us a big secret of dealing with people, and he states that we should be able to give sincere and honest appreciation, and therefore every one of us have the desire to be important. So the author talks about the fact that there is only one way under high heaven to get anybody to do anything. So the fact is that we all have the desire to be important and everyone likes a compliment. So like William James said, the deepest principle in human nature is craving to be appreciated. He didn't speak, mind you, of the desire, the wish or the longing to be appreciated. He said the craving to be appreciated. And the biggest difference between humans and animals is the fact that every human being wants to be appreciated and wants to have that sense of importance. So the author talks about the fact that sometimes people become invalids in order to win sympathy and attention and get a feeling of importance. And that is to the extent how people can go in order to be appreciated or to feel a sense of importance by people around. Now there is nothing else that so kills the ambitions of a person than criticism from superiors. So don't be so critical of people. You must be, hearty in your appreciation and lavish in your praise. So with this principle, the author is encouraging us to give honest and sincere appreciation to people. And where criticism and ridicule fails, honest appreciation also thrives. So the difference between appreciation and flattery is the fact that one is sincere and one is insincere. One is loved by the universe and one is condemned by the universe. One is from the heart and the other one is from the teeth out. So we should learn to give honest and sincere appreciation to people. Now the third fundamental principle that Dale Carnegie talks about is the fact that we should be able to arouse in people or other persons an eager want. And he says that he who can do this has the whole world with him. And anybody who cannot do that also walks in a lonely way. The author also goes on to say that the only way to influence people on earth is to talk about what they want and show them how to get it. So for instance, you must arouse in people an eager of want, what they want and how they can get it. In doing so, you can win people to your side, you can influence people, and you can make a lot of meaningful friends on this earth. So these are the 3 fundamental techniques or principles that you can use in handling people. So we've come to the end of the first part of this book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. This is a serialization that I'm doing for this book. Because this book is very important, I do not want you to miss any particular point in this book. So I know you have enjoyed the breakdown of the part 1 of this book, and I know you are waiting for the second part of this book. So thank you for watching. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Please hit the like button. Please share and let people come on board for us to learn about life and things that matters in making progress, and that will help us to grow in this journey of life. Thank you for staying with my channel, Kinobed, and let's continue to be the best we have always been. Bye bye.